having a good old time. You share on Discord to people, and it's like, oh my god, what?
Yeah, I normally don't lose frames. Like that used to be a problem when I had like horrible internet. I would always lose frames, but now that I got like fiber or like gig internet, like I've been perfectly fine for a really long time.
Should be
Okay.
good. Let me double check.
Oh, I gotta deal with
I
this all
like
night.
spending
too.
a couple minutes just BSing anyways. I just didn't want it to be about technical issues. There's Hemi going live.
I gotta deal with that new Discord glitch all night where it just like exits the fucking stream and closes it out, and then you gotta go back into it.
And we can't even use Skype as an option because they closed Skype down a couple
Did
months
they
ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
I think
Skype,
Microsoft
dude.
Teams, it merged with Microsoft Teams or something.
Rip Skype. Is that why Teams now
That was our
sounds
bread
like
and
the
butter
damn Skype call with the dogs and shit?
There's dogs.
Yeah. Well,
Skype was do 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 do.
Yeah, and then it would go. Ruff, ruff.
No.
Yes.
Maybe you had a variant that you
No.
had. Maybe you changed the
No.
Maybe
no.
the
Hold on.
original Skype.
No. No.
Do, do, do.
No. No. No.
Mm-mm.
No. No. No.
Mm-mm. All right, I'm going to thumbnail and I'm pulling up the Skype tone.
Dude, I'm telling you, that's used to be. There's like a ruff, ruff in there. I
Skype
swear to God.
song. There we go. Skype song. All right, play it.
There's a dog.
That's not a dog.
It's a fucking dog.
That is not a dog. That's just.
It sounds like water drips.
It goes,
more than it
ruff,
does a
ruff.
dog. Here
No,
we go.
it's a
High
water
quality
drip.
sound.
Oh God. It's a dog.
That's not a dog.
Yes, it
You need to go
is. That's
back to
a
elementary
dog.
school.
Shut up. It's a dog.
No,
You can't
it's
tell
not.
me that's not a dog.
Here's
I
a
literally just
remix.
did.
Here's the remix. Oh God, no!
They don't got the
Sounds
dog
like a
in
horror
there.
movie.
I always thought when they were recording the Skype thing, dude, maybe there was like a dog outside the studio and it was barking right at that moment, and then they left it in. You know what I mean?
Do 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 do.
That's the one. It's a dog. I remember it as being a
Oh,
dog. All right.
Shannon says gaslighting Nate, my favorite pastime.
That's
It's
not
one of my
fair.
favorite things to do.
Yeah. You
Oh,
spend
you
enough
should have
time
heard
with
us
me.
before we went on air. We were talking about jumping the shark, and as I mentioned it, I go, by the way, Hemi, that was from Happy Days, and when the Fonzie jumped the shark. And
I've heard of Happy
speaking
Days.
of gaslighting,
You got to give me credit though. Last scavenger hunt, I had the Jethro reference
Yeah, you got like
from
one.
Beverly Hillbillies. So, hey, that's. I feel like that's kind of a niche thing. Maybe I don't know.
oh boy.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Oh, well, shall we?
What's going on,
hop
Big
into
Time?
it,
What's
or
going
you
on,
guys all
Kazim? What's going on,
set up,
Cass? What's going on,
settled
Rumple?
in,
How we all doing?
rolling?
Welcome on in. We're going to be doing
Yeah,
some
we're
podcast
good.
stuff. Hope you enjoy it.
Nate?
Yeah, I'm ready to go. I'm all set.
Oh, okay. All right. So where we left off, we had seen what happened in December with what were the guys that were dropping the bodies? I always forget their names.
The Graves brothers.
Graves Brothers. They were turning Mirror Park into graves, is what they were doing.
Yes.
But they were apprehended. They gave up Jack's name, and then we came to the maze here at 816 at the court center and discovered a body with JC in it, and through some extensive CAD work, where we also found that Jesus Christ is in state and has gang affiliation and fleeing tags.
Yes.
We also found that JC stood for Jack Creature, which it started clicking. So we're about halfway through. At least on my channel, it's the Tracking Jack Creature full-length feature.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I had to throw the word feature in there, of course. So this is basically part 2 of that, and I believe, Nate, you said you had some things you wanted to show at some point.
Yes. Well, the thing I
Or
need
the
to
end,
show
right?
is after the end. So when we get to the end, I have something I need to show. But other than that, I can't really think of anything unless we like get to it, and then I'm like, oh wait, I know what I can. Yeah. But
yeah, I'm trying to think, like, from your guys' end, what happens next. It's really just setting up the scene, so I don't think there's much we've got to show from your guys' end on that,
No.
do we?
From here,
Um,
it's literally us just running from scene to scene.
yeah.
Trying to set up, and with like
So
a
this is
reasonable amount
still-
of time.
So this is still probably the best angle to recap from.
100%.
Yeah,
Okay.
totally.
This is the
Totally.
more interesting angle because you are receiving the scenes fully set up and like fully good to go instead of us being like goofing around and doing what we usually do. Like,
Yeah,
Except
weird
for when
things
we get
happening, trying to set up.
Except for when we get to the final scene so quick that you have to come up with a creative way to get inside to have Jack in there.
Yeah.
But we'll cover that when we get there.
I need the queen in
I
there.
remember watching your end and you're like, shit, they were too fast. I'm not inside. What am I
wasn't
going to
expecting
do?
you to be so quick. I was like, damn, this man, what's he
Like
doing?
by time F9, you know.
Yeah. It's like he's too good. I can't. That's the moments like that when I miss F9, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you know, but you found a good way to get around it.
Yeah.
And we'll see that here in a little bit. Let's go ahead and jump into it.
What you got?
That lady I was talking to just got stabbed. Her boyfriend called me.
Oh shoot.
They're doing a geocache thing, so I'm wondering if Jack Creature is stalking the geocache locations. Because
That,
those folks I talked to were out of state as well, and so is that body over there.
okay.
So probably tourists doing the geocaching thing.
That might be who he's targeting, yeah, because he's stabbed the female, apparently. He said, my girlfriend's been stabbed, and, you know, we were looking for the geocache. They're under Dutch London Street at 349.
Well, let's head over there, I guess, and then if you're clear here, we could head down
Yeah.
there, and then maybe the boyfriend could tell us where the next geocache is. We
Yeah,
can stake
I
it
told
out.
him to give me to go ahead and call 911 and we'd be on the way.
Okay.
So, yeah, let's head down there. We'll do code 3 since somebody got stabbed.
Yeah.
Affirmative. That was one of my witnesses is apparently a victim from the first call. I forwarded him to 911.
Again, I was dealing with a cold here, so all the breathing and shit you hear.
Yeah.
Although I already breathe a little bit too much into the microphone as it is, this was a very bad night. So
Are going to be on that scene. It's in relation to our previous call.
I'll keep the previous call open with Lima 2 on it, and I will attach it to the one at 057 so you have notes for both.
Copy.
I'm gonna dispatch fire on the EMS that way.
I guess the breathing does work with the fact that he's running. So I'm like,
So,
57 Lima 1 direct. I've got her right here. Due south of 349, just off of Greenwich Parkway, just west of it.
Copy.
Shout out to Bloody Peds.
Right?
Yeah.
Did you bring
I had to refresh on it a few times.
Oh, there was one I can't remember, but I got mauled, and I just covered myself in bloody peds. I just went through the menu and went plop, 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 plop until it was just a bloody mess.
I did not. I do have.
Wow,
some
man.
stuff.
You're wow, man. It's crazy.
10-4, thank you.
Where's the boyfriend?
Can you hear me? I don't know. Didn't he call it in?
Yeah, he did.
Oh Lord. I believe you're at the car, right?
Yes.
Metro 057.
Or the boyfriend, if you will.
Oh, he's at channel.
I think 033 ran right past, or
I think we might have a.
You
third
didn't
body.
see?
Boyfriend is missing as well.
or
Was
57,
3-3 on
sorry.
the scene?
Heard
Oh
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Can you try and
I'll try to get pressure.
yeah.
dispatch back on channel.
We've got EMS on the way.
It's one of those CPRs where we fell through the world, and it like reset us on the ground.
Did the caller say if he was still on scene or not? He's not here right now, and we're worried for his safety. I can try giving him a call on my phone, but I just want to clarify with you.
You're drinking water.
I did say that,
Yeah, you can hear that.
Yeah, yeah.
That's not currently. That's then.
Listen, we've all been there, Drew. It's fine.
via cell phone.
I got a liquid death right now.
Copy, yeah, I'll take care of that. Appreciate it. We'll see if we can get a hold of him.
I mean, I'm trying to think. But this is basically just life-saving measures and gathering more information. I'd say one of the highlights of this particular scene is where we break the news to you and how real that felt.
I always try to maintain a level of realism when I'm not being a moron.
Classic 2:30 is the air being held. It doesn't matter if there could be no channel hold all night, and he'll still key up and go, "Is the air being held?" Love you, Xander.
Yeah.
He did. Did I tell you about the night he did that? It was just a non-stop channel hold like the whole night, and he keys up and goes, "Is the channel being held?" I said, "The whole night's a channel hold. Okay, what do you need?"
So good.
I'm in the parking lot.
have an additional unit here at 1020.
Hi.
You okay?
No.
Metro 057,
Did he get you?
Can we get a separate channel and
Who?
potentially a third unit if it did?
Break.
I'm
I'm gonna need an
whoever.
additional on the highway.
I was upset at this part because
Be on the lookout for you.
I have that speakerphone. I'm upset at this part because I have the speakerphone glitch on my voice.
Got random locals.
Oh, well, I found out what the solution is to it. Do you know?
You have to call the
Yeah, you just
person when you
call that person back.
come towards them.
Or just make sure you shut off speakerphone before you hang up with them.
Really?
Mhm.
Okay.
Oh.
Pro tip.
Okay, Drew.
Noted.
Alright.
Noted.
What happened?
I'm a traffic unit zone.
That's why I haven't been using it lately.
Yeah.
In the car.
You're in the car.
Stand, but hold your traffic is standby.
We pulled up, and they said the geocache is supposed to be somewhere around here. So
We are
she was like,
Southwest
I want to go
Chansky
look for
Pass.
it. And I said, well, I gotta
heading
take a
back
phone call because my
towards
mom.
Yeah, speaking of channel holds, there was a channel hold while we're doing all this. So that was one thing I was a little disappointed at. And at some point in this scene, I tell everyone, let's just move to the TAC channel because we can't even hear ourselves think right now.
Calling me and asking me how our day was going. So I was calling my mom, and she was like, I'm gonna go look for it. And I said, all right, I'll meet you. And then she went over here, and then I was like, it's taking a while, and I haven't seen her. So I walked over, and then there she was.
Okay, and where did you say you were? I'm sorry, I missed the first part of that because the world's ending right now.
Where was who?
What the first part of what you were saying there, I couldn't hear you over the radio traffic.
No, I had my mom wanted me to call her because she was like, how's your day going? She had texted me, so I was like, I'll call her. So then we rolled up to where the geocache was supposed to be, which is around here somewhere.
Okay.
And she said, oh, I'm gonna go look for the geocache, and I said, oh, but I have to call my mom. And I was like, you can just stay here. And then she was like, no, I can go look for it. I was like, okay, that's fine. I'll meet you over there. And then I came over here. I found her.
Gotcha. Do you have more geocache locations that you're planning on going to?
There's a couple more, but I would have to look at the list that's in the car.
Okay. Because I'm kind of interested in those spots since it seems to be geocache locations where this is happening.
Are you sure?
I mean, what are the odds of you stumbling on a dead body at one of the locations and then this happening at this location? Okay, so you said, "Are you sure?" And that makes me wonder. Were you kind of surprised that we had already kind of pieced that together?
No,
or?
I was more testing your knowledge because I don't. Tammy, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think that's what we were going for necessarily, right?
No, so at this point we were kind of going for Jack's just cleaning up the loose ends. So he's more so upset that we called that in.
So it happened to be the geocache locations because he was following you, and when you would obviously stop to look for the geocache, boom, he was getting you.
Yeah.
So that was more me like just testing you, like, are you sure that's what it is? I do that multiple times throughout this whole series. Not this video in particular, but this whole series overall. I do that multiple times with you.
I wasn't thinking loose ends with this, like, oh my God, these guys called it in, now I got to take care of them. I was thinking this was a serial killer that used, because geocache spots, for those who haven't played geocaching before, can be in pretty isolated areas. So if someone wanted to be a serial killer and wanted to camp geocache locations, that wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility to be successful, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. I'm not suggesting anyone go out and be a serial killer by camping
legal
geocache
reasons.
spots, but
For legal reasons, we do not condone sitting at geocache
Yeah.
locations and waiting for people to show up.
but as the idea was formulating, I'm like, I guess that could be a legit thing that someone would
Yeah.
do, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good point.
So,
Maybe I should
We're
find
kind
a
of
new
interested.
hobby.
Well, I'm very interested in what those other locations are that you have, and we don't have to do that right this moment. I want to get
Okay.
your friend the help she needs. Is there anything else you can think of? Anything that may have seemed out of the ordinary? Any vehicles following you? Any large vehicles following you?
No, I haven't really seen anything. I don't know. I wasn't really.
Not willing to give the journey up yet.
I
There's ever a geocache.
mean, there's times when I gave you, such little information that I was like, I don't know how he's gonna even like piece any of this together. And there were some times when Hemi was like, "Why would you do that? You gave him so much."
Well, I was trying to read into everything you gave me, like even the poems early on.
Mhm.
Even the poems early on, I was like, oh, this is me just filling him in. Even the poems, I was like, is he trying to allude to something here? And what can I read into? Because I was more interested in trying to get ahead of Jack while catching him at the same, that would be the intention of A, saving a life, and B, arresting Jack. There and had my badge number in the note that he left. And I put out a warrant for him a couple weeks ago. So, we're definitely keeping a lookout for him. But that's what we're trying to piece together. These guys, are you familiar with geocaching?
Yes, I am. Never
Like
done it
scav-
myself, but I know what it is.
Yeah, kind of like a scavenger hunt. So they flew in from out of state to go geocaching. They went up to the court center, found the dead body, and now they come down here and she gets killed. So I'm interested. Either way, whether I'm on the right track or not, it all leads to the same idea that
Oh yeah.
you probably want to follow this guy to the next spot.
You want to keep an eye on this guy right here.
Yeah.
It don't matter, I don't think.
It was either you or 379. It certainly wasn't me that
Okay.
tied that together.
So, what do we think? Can we find another geocache location and roll to it together?
Well, I want to make
I
sure he
think
gets
that'd be a
cleared
good
by
idea.
Dylan Hodge. Thank you for subscribing. Welcome. He did say recapping one of our more famous police investigations here on a podcast. I'm sure it's gonna be tough for him. I'm sorry, I realized that didn't dump for you guys. I dumped myself on my own stream. What an idiot. Let me try that again. Oh, that just dumps out the audio too. Well, thank you for subscribing. Welcome. Good God.
There you go.
I'm not going to try and mute anything.
You're good.
Jesus, Drew. Way to go. Very professional.
I do have.
Dylan Hodge, thank you.
I'm very sorry, but your girlfriend or your wife, she didn't make it.
No.
We did everything we could to try to, do CPR and get the medics down here, but she unfortunately passed away.
I love Ragdoll.
Right.
I do apologize.
We're gonna do everything we can to find who did this and make sure he.
Just take some deep breaths.
Okay?
Just take some deep breaths, man. It's okay to be out.
Find this son of a bitch who fucking did this.
We'll find him, sir. Don't worry.
He's the one that did it. My bare hands, he deserves it.
Just relax.
Your bear
It's
hands.
okay.
Rar.
Just relax.
I understand, buddy. I'm so sorry.
I have a hard time fake crying without real crying.
Let's get him off the concrete here and get him somewhere we.
I've actually put myself to tears on server.
No?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, come on.
Like where the actual
No.
crying you were hearing was actual crying
Mm.
by the time I was done.
My hand.
Yeah, I did that multiple times. Like with this
Okay, all right.
Come on.
like whole thing in
Come on,
particular.
help you up. All right. There we go. Come with me, partner.
I'm gonna check their like car and make sure there was any notes or anything left on like the hood or anything like that.
Okay. Did y'all see the footprints that went around that way?
I haven't tracked anything yet.
I thought it was funny. I walked away from the scene doing the Jack Creature walk.
That hill.
Did you really?
I did. I did.
What? Oh my god!
I was like,
Were
I
you
need
still the emote? Is that what that was? Or
Yeah.
did
No,
you do it on,
no.
as like a
Mr. Walk reset.
I wanted a walk that would be like really sad. So I was like, oh I know
which is
one.
that, yeah. That could have been an Easter egg too. Well, we'll call it an Easter egg also. Like you should have noticed.
Oh yeah, like I totally meant to do it, guys. Like don't.
That was
Can-
him the whole time.
Can we delete like the last 5 minutes of the live stream? Like I totally meant to.
If we have a mod in here, if they could drop that link for Cyber. Let's get back to it,
I haven't
please.
tracked anything yet.
Actually, I could get it.
Trucks went around on the other side of the bridge. They went up that hill.
Like towards that big sign.
Shout out to Shannon and J-Storm though. They're always on top of it.
Yeah, or on top of that bridge.
Literally.
Yeah.
But they're always on it with like the media stuff.
Oh yeah.
Almost too good. You'll see later.
Yeah. Almost got Shannon killed or Charlie killed.
From what I remember, they faded away after they got over here.
Yeah, I just didn't know if maybe we got a closer look. If maybe we'd see. Low key, I left them being up there on the bridge into it. Like I could have trimmed that out, but I left it in just so I could sneak the credits in for their channel, so they could get a credit in the stream.
Hell yeah.
Else, for the video.
Mhm.
Get the press up there too. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah,
That's-
I saw 'em.
Yeah,
They,
I saw
they
it.
took off.
Did they look like Jay and
Yeah.
Charlie?
Yeah, once me at 379 started walking over here, they got back in their car. Huh. Yeah, see more footprints. They lead to the river.
There's a ladder over there.
Where? Oh, okay.
Looks like he went east from here.
Yeah.
Oh boy, that's towards.
So why did we get hung up on this building versus where you actually were? Well, we followed the footprints,
I don't know.
but
and-
something in the notes made me think this building, or maybe I was just low key wanting a showdown in this building.
I don't know, man. Me and Hemi wondered, like, for what, Hemi, like weeks? Like, you're always focused on this building in particular. We were never sure why, because
Yeah.
we only did like one thing with this building throughout the entire thing.
Yeah.
That wasn't
yeah.
you,
well,
Shannon?
someone
Was it,
went
was it
past us
was it
on the
Kim?
next scene.
Oh, that isn't Charlie.
Was it Kim?
It might be Kim. Do you think it was Kim? It was Jay for sure. Yeah, he's got the camera. That's definitely Jay. It would have to be Kim. I think she's the only other female that I know that runs with your crew, or at that time ran with your crew. Sorry to interrupt. I saw
Fine.
that in the chat. I'm like, oh. I guess I just assumed when I saw Jay, I'm like, oh, that's Charlie.
That's what I assumed. That's what I've
It's
always
usually a safe assumption, right? Or it's Mole Man and Charlie on the live server.
assumed.
I've got Mole Man's number. I'm special.
I'm gonna call you.
That's Oh, it is Harley. Okay. Yeah, so it was Kim. Yeah, well, because and it was probably poor police work, if you want to be honest, because I assumed this location. It never ended up being in location. So in the future, when we were investigating, for some reason I had it set in my mind that there was something with this location. I think it was just maybe in my subconscious I wanted it to be something, because it is a pretty cool building to have a showdown in if you want to.
It's nice. I like it. And it says
Yeah.
Rogers on the side of it, which I also like.
That too, yeah. Have you ever tried to utilize that in anything?
That's what we work.
Rogers Brothers?
We utilize the one in the county because it's Rogers scrap over there. That's the one we do tow
Oh,
out
we'll
of.
We'll use 386 for City Tow.
Oh yeah, we do. For City
So-
Tow, we'll use 386. We'll use that building.
So is it a coincidence that it's called Rogers, or is that why
Coincidence.
you guys are called Rogers?
Total coincidence.
Okay.
I made the character
it's like-
Blake Rogers without even knowing. And then one
It's
day,
like down Sorry.
No, sorry. No, one day, like, we did, I think, 2 tow shifts in that tow yard in Sandy. And then one day, like, I was driving by the sign and I was like, wait a second, Hemi. It's actually
It says
called
Rogers scrap and something.
It's already in there for us.
Uh-huh.
There was down in the docks area, like not the docks themselves, but those businesses that line the water around like Postal 40 or whatever. There's a building called Derail.
There's a,
oh yeah, yeah.
there's a,
shipping.
There's a truck.
yeah, there's a
moving
moving truck in server that has Derail shipping on it.
So anytime we're down there, like in a chase, I always use that building as a point of interest in my call outs. Everyone's like, what the fuck's that? I just wanted to say Derail. That's all. You're fine. If you don't know where it is, you'll learn. Basically, the whole Postal is this building.
And I can't believe you
To
guys
be
cleared
fair,
this whole
our
building.
next to be
What?
fair, our next location is right next door.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we were following your
Pretty close.
footprints.
Yeah.
And knowing that this had an interior, that's my excuse at this point. And it's not a bad excuse. It's not bad police work at this point. It was bad police work for me to keep going back to this place when there was no connection other than following the footprints to the wrong place.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, let's see. Bloodstain. Oh, okay. Tires are consistent with Quartz Center. Down road to factory.
I meant to say toward factory.
Okay. So maybe
It might have
I'm
been a
not saying
clerical
it's-
error on my side,
yeah,
honestly.
I mean, but end of the day, I mean, we were probably coming here anyways, unless you said past the factory
yeah.
or something, then we may have disregarded it. But there was also, I'm going to be honest, there was a low key when I looked over and saw that building. I'm like, oh shit, we're going in that building.
We're gonna get the car real quick while we're waiting.
Metro Lima 2.
Go ahead, Liam, with 2.
Do you have possibly 2 additional Metro units that can assist us in the TAC channel?
Lima 1, are you available?
Lima 1 affirm.
With a 10-12 unit suffice for Lima 2.
We were just so lucky that this night had people like stacked with cops. Like
Yeah.
the city was stacked with cops this night.
Yeah, they had enough people to afford. I can't remember exactly what day this was. Wasn't it a Sunday?
I have no
It was
idea.
usually Sundays, yeah.
Usually, whenever
Yeah.
you did your LEO in the city, it was usually like, yeah, I think it was like Sunday.
Right, yeah, okay, yeah, because at this point, the only night for sure that I would do Leo was on Sundays. That was like a set schedule thing. And then the rest of the week, I'd either do Polito or County. I'd try and shift it up, and then eventually I was just like, all city all the time, fuck it.
Yeah.
Unless someone requested that I go to the county because they wanted me to do something in the county. 2 direct.
Lima 2, go ahead.
735 is coming around to the other side of the building. Or if my chat was really persistent about a certain jurisdiction. And hopefully meet in the middle.
I copy. We'll stay on the back side.
Like I've got several people that are like, when are you going to do Polito next? When are you, or Roxwood now, but when are you going to go up there? Because that was like my first 10 Leo shifts were up there because I wanted to kind of start with things slow and, you know, go from there.
Mm.
Making entry. Los Santos Police Department, make yourself known. Gosh, I can hear it in my voice too. There's that Skype tone following us up the stairs.
It's not a dog.
It's a dog. It's so
No.
so a dog. You can't tell me it's not.
Literally isn't.
You can't tell me that Skype tone does not sound like a dog.
It's not a dog.
Shut up. It's totally a dog.
You're right. I don't understand why this building doesn't go the rest of the way through. It's literally a set of doors that just needs to be opened and everything would connect.
Hmm.
Moving left.
Just a mistake on the on Rockstar.
Doors on the left.
I feel like 5M at one point had it where you could go all the way through. Like old streams that people did years ago. I remember seeing them run all the way through the building. Isn't it right here? No. Small room clear.
Los Santos Police, make yourself known.
I was like waiting for one of these lockers to have you behind it, like, ah.
Jack Creature.
Jack Creature.
All right, Chester.
What's up, bro?
Yeah,
we got
see,
a fun one lined up for future stuff.
Or, it's not.
Limo 1, Limo 1 actual. Is that a door over there?
I think if you run against it, if I'm mistaken, it might open.
Copy. Is there more? I'm gonna hold on this door.
that could be. I know years ago, it was another server, obviously, but I saw it. I saw someone like run all the way through and come out the other side and, you know, try and evade police that way or whatever.
Even if we just cleared an area.
Disregard. It's for a machine. I'll come to you.
North team, south team direct. We have cleared the south side and hit locked doors, clearing our way back out.
Copy, we just entered a stairwell here.
Copy stairwell. So, if I remember right, if you go back and watch their stream, it kind of works out that we got sidetracked because you guys, I don't think, would have been ready at this point. If you run the streams concurrently against each other, you guys are still scrambling to set up, I think.
Oh yeah, this one.
So this was actually.
I think
go
I,
ahead.
Yeah, to me, I had a headache.
I think I crashed, which I don't crash very often, but when
That's
You had a
right.
headache right as you pulled up, or as Drew pulled up.
when I do, it's
And I
super
was like,
inconvenient.
yeah, the body's right over here.
Mhm. Yeah.
I do remember that. So yeah, you guys had a few issues or whatever, and so it was a happy mistake that we made here for the sake of the story. That because, like I said, you guys would have to do some research and go back and find each of our streams on the respective day and run them concurrently. But you would probably see where some of these little blunders that we had actually worked out perfectly, and timing was perfect in a lot of cases, just by happenstance. But we just continue to clear. I'll kind of skip through some of this, save everybody the hassle of that, and we're back on the ground.
388 is the next on the list.
Gotcha.
735 to other units. Got
I kind of want to cut all those videos together, to be honest with you.
no idea if they're vocal or not.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
You want to do what?
I want to cut all the videos together.
All of ours?
Yeah. And run them like
How would you do it? Like
concurrently.
3 windows or something?
I'd probably do something like that, yeah. Or I would like transition between them. It would be a lot of work.
That'd be like those body cam videos where they're showing all the different police body cam
Yeah.
angles by keeping it concurrent with time.
Mm-hmm.
So you got, no, I was talking with Angelo about that, but like some of those channels will actually do that and they'll piece it all together. I'm like, that's got to be a motherfucker to put together.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then some of them are doing like speed based on the video.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Hey folks, this blue car here was the husband's vehicle. We might have another victim if he
Who's that in the black shirt? Is that you, Hemi?
That's a local. I thought it was
Yeah,
one
that
of
was
you
a
guys at
local.
first.
Front entrance.
10-4.
Hey, you guys need anything else from us, or?
I guess there's another body.
Oh, where?
Yeah, it looks like we got another body.
That's who it was. It was Smoking Turtle and whoever the other
I don't think
motor
was it?
cop was. They drove right past us and went to the other building,
You said it was another-
and we were set up and we're like, "Where are they going?"
Where exactly are you?
Do we have someone over there?
We're at 388, pretty much directly under the highway going over us.
So wait, that was Smoking Turtle standing there in the distance? That's
He's a
doesn't look
motor
like a
cop.
cop.
No, he's a
That's
moto
not, doesn't
cop.
look like him. He's blue
No,
jeans and a.
No. The one that talks to you as soon as we regroup.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the local. I'm like,
No.
no, I'm pretty sure.
No,
it
the
was
one
a
right
cop.
to your front there.
Yeah, yeah.
Under the highway going over us.
Okay, so he's done that.
We're almost smack between the two postal codes, 86 and 88.
Where's this body at?
A little bit of sly editing from Drew there.
It's like what?
A little bit of sly editing from you.
Where's this body? Oh yeah.
Cutting out the part where I'm like, I'm
Cut out the-
coming back.
You can
Other-
tell by the sun was setting, and now it's
Yeah.
like completely gone.
Yeah.
It's
Little
like
Easter
Hemi and I
egg
stood.
too, oh, go ahead.
I was just saying, Hemi and I stood there and just bullshitted about
Yeah.
construction work or something.
Yeah. Little Easter egg is that construction guy I am is actually the get to work guy.
Oh, is it? Get to work.
Get to work.
Oh, we need to do. I have so many people in my chat that just come in and say "get to work" to this day, and I'm like, okay, Jim's got to either come to the live server. Or you guys and I are gonna have to hook back up and destroy some more shit or something.
I stopped by. You were Air One that one night. I was like, "What are you doing? You just sitting around."
I was like, oh, this mother. Everyone in my chat was going, "Get to work" when you showed up.
Good. You're just sitting there.
Doesn't that make you comfortable that we're sitting here? That means there's no major crime in the city. I don't care. Get to work.
I pay your salary.
You're like, you're taxed. I was like, yeah, I know what taxes are, sort of. It's
Kinda.
kinda.
And I hadn't made Jim at this point either.
Hmm.
Help,
You hear us, sir?
help me. Help me. Metro
Who
37
did this to you, sir? Where did they go?
or Metro Lima 2.
I was trying to find the last geocache for my girl.
I'm thinking at this point, I'm thinking, okay, my wife just died. What am I going to do? Let's go get another geocache.
She'd want me to get that last
She
cat.
would
I gotta
want me
do
to
it
get
for
that one,
her.
man. She'd want me to get that last one, man.
Yeah.
What is the saying? Where the show must go on.
Oh yeah, dude.
That show must go on mentality. Hey, they still had the WWF Championship match when Owen Hart fell from the ceiling. Okay, I can go get this geocache for my wife.
Have I ever mentioned that our characters aren't very smart?
Most of them.
Why do you think Craig got executed the other night? He's too fucking stupid for his own good. He got his whole crew killed and executed on the spot.
Good.
Damn.
Just stop talking, sir.
So I'm trying to call
Just
medic.
breathe and stay relaxed for us, okay?
Metro
I'll go get my
Lima
med.
2.
Did you see the person who did this to you? Did you see where they went?
Yes, I did. That's
Just breathe, sir, okay? You don't have to tell me. You can just point where they went.
red tank.
Units in
Red
attack
tank?
one.
Behind you.
Looking for a
Red
black
tank behind me.
cab.
Is that where he went? I'm like, oh shit, him. He's like in between us and the tank. Jack's gonna come out and just shank.
Oh, it would have
I'm
been,
just
dude.
standing there
It
like, hey, how are you?
would have been pure cinema if I just came out from around that train car and slid his throat as soon as your camera turned.
You're missing the feature, bitch.
So good.
As he goes down, he's like, I think he's waking.
Get the work.
Negative, not at the moment. Could you start us?
You're the boss.
388 Arsenal.
You're the boss.
You're the boss.
Status.
You're the boss, boss.
Here's my med kit.
County medics in that.
God.
No.
I'm gonna go search that.
Alright, I got your back. Let's
Yeah.
go.
10-4.
Yep, I'm gonna
I'd
try
rather
to
us
treat
not
you
be
here,
by
sir.
ourselves. Let's get 451's partner. Hey, stay with Fleetwood here. We're gonna go check the direction that the suspect went to.
I knew they were all for knots. I'm just like, attempts life-saving measures. Like, whatever. He's gonna die.
Hey, listen, they're all means to an end.
City medics are on the way.
Sir. You mentioned something about the last gnome being where they're going. I can stay with him. That was kind of not what I should do. We're a 10-12 unit, but I was,
City medic should be
yeah.
in like 2 minutes.
I'm just like thinking efficiency.
Yeah, let me grab it real quick.
Lima 2, Lima 1
You got
direct.
your pistol?
Yeah, I still got it.
Alright. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Hey, we checked area 76. There's nothing suspicious.
Because they're not there yet. They're still here.
Area, maybe stay 1 or 2 postals away.
That's what I'm saying, though. You guys are already at 76. Like, you guys are on top of it.
Just in case.
Copy, will do.
I'll let you guys take over. They ended up going 10-8 a couple minutes later. I don't think they fully understood what was going on. Because they ended up coming off of that call in between this scene and the next scene. And I was like, I don't think they understand we're coming to a crescendo here. And they're pulling it. But I wasn't going to sit there and argue it, or try and convince them to stay. For all I know, they wanted to be doing regular stuff,
Did you know that it was all coming to an end right at this point? Or it was going to be soon?
Like, as fast flowing as everything was, I figured this was going to be a one-day venture. And because what ends up being a drawn-out story in the next section was kind of unique in its own right. I mean, yeah, we have warrants that carry over multiple days, and people have to answer for those warrants, but stories don't generally continue in most people's RPs. There may be some progression to the characters in that, but there's not usually an ongoing story. It's, oh, here's my asshole robber character. Oh, he robbed a bank. Oh, police chase. Where you guys were actually setting up a progression of story, and we were basically just hitting the pause button at a certain point in the night and revisiting a week later.
We try to do stuff that isn't like, let's rob a bank, let's run from the cops, let's shoot at the cops, now we die, and then we fucking do something else. Like, we try not to do that. Like, there's other shit, like there's times when me and Hemi are like, all right, let's just get it out of our system. Then we'll you
gotta let loose a little bit.
All right, let's go rob a bank, we'll shoot at cops, we'll die, and then just, that's fine and whatever. But we really try to like create stories and create characters that can live for a while and meaningful shit.
That's why I've enjoyed the drug running stuff on the life server, because the story just writes itself. You just start producing drugs and bring it into the city, and the story just writes itself. There's competing drug organizations, there's grouping off, then there's the police factor, and you have no choice but to continue telling your story. You can't really do broken stories. And I know we've talked about this before, to each their own as to whether that's your style of role play. But for me, it's like, that's why I may be on the main server once a week just to knock out some Leo time or something. But otherwise, I'm just like, I'm invested in what I'm doing over there.
Oh yeah, no problem. I was just working and
Just working.
I thought the guy, we get all
By standing around.
But
Yeah.
no, he didn't look good.
Do you know anything about geocaching or what that is?
Yeah, I've heard of it before. I know I've had a couple people here before looking for that stuff.
Did you see anything like anything out of the ordinary, or you just found him and that was it?
Yeah, no, I was just working and yeah, I just saw him. I didn't see anything different than normal.
All right.
Holy information. I'm like, I know people are going to be pausing and rewinding for all this, but I'll stop it for a second just for those that are watching right now that may not be totally up to date on the story. But there is a note in the pocket here, and it says, in due time, you may solve my mind, but for now, his mind is fine with his mind. In his last breath, you may find a clue to solve his untimely death. What were you saying there?
I don't remember. This is one of the ones that actually had meaning, but I don't remember necessarily what it meant. Hemi, do you remember?
Well, it was what he said at the end, probably.
Honestly, I don't think I wasn't really focused on reading any of these at the time. I was more so focused on getting to the next scene.
Oh, fair.
Because from here, I had to drive I went to the front of the yard there. All the cops were there. I'm like, I just need to leave. So I just drove as fast as I could to the next scene. But like, yeah.
What was I gonna say? So you did have something behind this, and there's gonna be more to the notes. We'll just move along.
I think I was taking them from chat at this point.
So we got nothing in the area.
We're all having fun with it.
More bloody footprints and stuff.
Like I said, the beginning of the magnum opus in particular, the notes didn't really mean anything until like When? I mean, I don't even know when. Probably like middle of like the actual investigation, like after.
Okay.
That's when the notes
Well,
started.
I guess we'll
meaning
get there and you
stuff,
can
yeah.
explain it.
Oh yeah.
That's ominous.
What was that other geocache location?
76.
76.
But we can discuss that once we're
Yeah.
by ourselves.
Okay, anything else you got for us, sir?
No, I don't think so.
I got a haircut.
Okay, well, again, I appreciate it. I unless you guys got like, I just need to go. All right, medics, yeah, you can take him. Thank you.
Sturgis. If you see anything seems out of the ordinary, give us a call, okay?
Yeah, no problem.
Thanks again.
No problem.
Meanwhile, me and Hemi are like, we gotta go.
His last breath. Well, his last breath was telling us the tankers.
Last breath. It's the last geocache on the list. Maybe we should just all roll there and just pick a position to watch.
Well, so we found bloody footprints going towards the red tanker and back
Um.
to the front of the facility and out to Los Santos River.
So you
where
think
there
we were
more
following
tire
the
tracks.
footprints
Yes, Hemi?
backwards?
I think he looped back around.
Huh?
I'm getting. You might want to check with your chat. Ashley's letting me know that my stream sounds like it might be doubled up. So Drew's might sound like that as well.
Are you guys getting double? Let me just pull up my stream here on my phone and I'll listen to it. Nope, it's only coming through once on my end.
Okay.
It might be something on yours where
Let me listen to
it's
mine.
but yeah, it sounds fine on mine. Have you had anything on your end, Nate?
Mine sounds good. At least for
It
our
might
audio,
be-
mine sounds good.
Do you have desktop audio and window capture audio turned on? If that's the case, then you are going to double.
Yeah, I think that might be it.
Okay. So I would probably kill the if you're getting it through both, I would keep your desktop audio because any triggers or sounds that you like to come through would be muted if you muted that one.
I would just kill
I
the
didn't
audio from the
realize.
window capture.
Okay, yeah, then that's probably the answer there. Yeah, thank you, the one.
Where he was parked towards the front of the facility, maybe.
May have parked over here. May very well have parked over here and got away this way.
I creep through the city like a spider on its web. For the moths, I have no pity. Using their light to conceal my dread. I'm having fun. What about you, 451? That was... There's nothing in there, I don't think.
This one was
It's
more
just-
of a taunt.
Yeah.
I creep through the city like a spider on its web. For the... I'm happy.
5-7, look at this.
Look, got another one.
The thought had crossed my mind as well to have the ending of this whole thing be at postal code 451.
Oh, that'd be funny. What's there?
Nothing.
Oh.
As far as I know. I have no idea what's there. Probably like a house or something.
Well, yeah, I didn't know if you... I don't know that I've ever made that call out. Otherwise, I'd probably realize it. Clues would be leading to otherwise, unless he's just taunting
I think
me.
it's just
Too bad the cemetery wasn't 451.
geocache. That's clearly what we're
Yeah.
Right?
following along.
That's really the only lead we have is geocache locations.
Yeah. Let's get this county towed for evidence, and then maybe they can fingerprint it or comb it, CSI, and then get it, all that good stuff, and we'll head down to 76.
Yeah.
I think once we get near...
But for the magnum opus, you were thinking 451?
It crossed my mind.
So probably
Okay.
be watching and see us coming anyway, but...
Alright.
I was like, it would probably be really silly.
So how do we want to do
Now, this was a cool view here when all the cars show up and we've got the whole road blocked. There's so many ladders. And I got a screenshot of it and used it for the thumbnail of this full feature.
There's a security shack area at the end of this entrance road.
There comes a point where
The
we're
only thing
like...
that would have been better.
No, go ahead.
Yeah. The only thing that would have been better is if we all had our lights on.
There comes a point where it's like, we were like, where the hell are the cops? So then Hemi goes and finds you guys.
And we were just getting ready to
Yeah.
move in too. I was. Oh yeah, it's right here because I was filling the new officers in on what exactly we were doing, and they're like, "Oh my God, someone's coming up the road! Get him!"
Yeah,
But-
I've never heard of him.
Okay, so he's everything into his
Hold up. There's a car.
Oh,
There.
got a
I just
car
heard
coming.
tire screech.
like, all right, motherfucker.
You guys are about to kill him.
I'm like, okay, you can't just point your gun. I was like, don't point your gun. It could be an innocent.
Guys, we got a stabbing. Somebody's been stabbed.
I think this
Like,
is your
wait,
get
my
to
car.
work guy. Hemi.
Leave me to. I'll go get our car.
Guys, go straight. Go straight to the end of the peninsula. Right around 76.
Got a person down here under the.
Oh, this fucking thing.
The gate sucks.
Person down here.
It's like, hello, I'm here,
Tower.
fucker.
And a yellow RV.
I don't even stop for him anymore. I'm just like, I'm done with him.
Got a bolo hit on the RV as well.
And there's the journey.
It was a last minute decision to
Our
throw
first
that
sighting.
there too.
Be careful approaching the RV. Let's do it together.
It was literally a last minute decision. I was like, I'm gonna throw that there. I don't even care. That's perfect for this.
And that was even to slow them down because you wanted to have
Mhm.
enough time for the next scene. Like they got to clear the RV.
Yeah, but then I like, it unfortunately like
Los
kept
Santos
me
Police Department,
at the scene
make yourself
longer.
known. No, but I'm sorry. I was. My
Oh, no,
past
it's fine.
self was yelling over you.
Oh no, you're fine. I put the RV there as like a last minute thing, and because I was like, I kind of want to like just give him a little more, and then it ended up working negatively for me because then the scene lasted longer and I was stuck there longer and couldn't set up the next thing, and the next thing was like the final scene that needed to be set up, so I was like, oh damn it.
Right.
Definitely worked against me.
RV's clear.
If somebody wants to come with me to 7-3, I'm gonna try to run this guy down if I can.
The run.
5-7, copy.
You needed like 2 more people with you at this point, helping out.
Mhm.
If we can,
Yeah, this was a tough one to pull off with just me and Hemi. I'll be honest.
I was thinking it too. I'm like, these two don't have anyone helping them. So how are they going to pull this off?
Like, if I was to do it all over again, I would get people to be bodies. That's what I would do. I would just ask people
Even if it's
you
just
could-
one more.
If you could just be bodies for me, that'd be so much more helpful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you got an officer staying back with you,
Mhm.
tending to you, and getting county and blah blah blah. So
Because then it's also like, we wanted to tie up the loose end of Hemi's Italian guy getting kidnapped. So it's like, do we send Hemi to 72 and have him wait, or do we
So-
send me to 72 and have me wait?
right. So who is this?
It's my
Just a
construction
construction
guy.
worker?
That's me. That's my construction worker.
But why did he get stabbed?
Because he was working over there and Creature dumped his van over here and stabbed him because he saw him.
So there was a witness, and we were unaware of there being a witness.
I think Hemi actually took photos of Creature on his phone
I did.
for this one. Yeah.
Because I was gonna offer. I think I did offer it to one of the officers on scene. I was like, I got a photo of him running away from the scene, and he had the knife in his hand.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, when I asked you, you said you didn't see anything. Or
Uh,
are you talking about this one here at this site?
this one at this site? Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I never got to talk to you other than, I didn't even say a word to you. I just overheard some things. And then I didn't even know this was Nate because I guess you could assume, but again, I didn't have any interaction with the body. So, yeah.
This probably would have been a good one to Hemi to use a spawnable ped or a spawnable like dead ped.
Yeah. Well, you live and you learn, you know.
Yeah. That's what we did for the first one in the maze. We spawned a dead ped.
Yeah. Well, that was the only way you were going to be able to have the couple there to speak
Yup.
with us together.
Thinking back on it, I should have done that again here, but that's all right. You live and learn, like Hemi said.
Where are we going again? Postal 73?
Just be advised, 379. I'm going to be walking over there, see if I see anything along the way.
We're getting through this a lot faster than I thought we would.
Copy. Yeah, we got 20 minutes left.
Hmm.
But that'll give us time to go through yours and
Hell yeah.
whatever Hemi may have too.
Hey folks, there's a road down here off Dutch London. It's gonna be a dirt road here.
Shit. Wrong side of the road.
This is a weird road.
I believe there's some buildings down on the right. I think one of them's open if we wanted to go check it.
And you were able to slip away and get in here already, Hemi, right? Because you guys already knew we were like way up too much on top of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I talked to the one cop at the ramp there when I first pulled up, and then I think I had maybe literally 10 seconds of getting the e-sit chair and the hands tied emote, and you guys barged in like right after.
Oh, so you're inside right now still prepping as we're pulling up.
I'm literally probably right now sitting in the chair like
Wait for one more.
taking my shirt off and
Failing to
getting
type
everything ready.
cross hands like 8 times.
Yeah. What's the emote name? Oh my god.
My brother had
I think you even asked me what the emote name was, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, because I was panicking, like, what? I forget what it is.
But I was dealing with the cops on the other side. It was a hot mess.
It worked out though. That's what's crazy is it worked out. And the only real thing that may have been weird to the Leo side was Jack wasn't already in there.
Mm-hmm.
Why is this guy left alone? But that could easily be explained. You went to go get supplies, or you went to whatever.
Or I
and
was
didn't
hiding in the
expect people to be
closet.
here. Yeah.
10 farm here.
Sorry, what was that?
Do you know if there's any back entrance?
I believe it's only one way in.
705 City Corner took the body, DOA. Myself and 6 were able to head over to you guys.
10-4.
That's when I cleared.
Let's as many as we can get over.
Your shotgun, you should probably go first.
Okay.
Sacrifice you.
You can literally hear on the radio when I get cleared from my scene and you guys are just about to bust in here. It's like, dude, come on. And he was like, yeah, they're clearing. I'm like, well, they're doing what?
I was trying to figure out a way to like delay some like you hear something in the building next door or something like that.
You guys headed over to 7-2.
10-4.
Hey, farm. We'll wait for y'all for entry.
That's what I'm saying. If we had F9, man, oh man, I would have been in there.
I know, yeah.
North side of the warehouse.
Is there a second entrance to this, or is this it?
This is
Road
it.
markers on the map.
Alright.
Let's hit this one. I mean, there's only so many of us that can go in anyways. It's a small room.
I got you.
And I would know that because I had used this as a scavenger hunt location before, so
Los Santos Police Department, if you're in here,
that's how a police officer would know this building. So people don't think I was using out of context info.
Yeah, a lot of this in here doesn't exist.
got someone in the chair.
Clear the area here. There's a little room here.
Just keep on for us.
I wish you could get around that corner, because that's where I would have been.
Yeah.
Fake stairs.
Sound of a controller hitting the desk. Bonked. Yep. Sir.
That guy's crazy.
Who?
I think his name's Jack.
Jack Creature?
Yeah, I think so. He hit me with the bat. I don't even know how long I've been here.
735, you may need to step away. I may have to actually untie his arms.
Oh no, you're good.
Or not. There we go.
Oh, no. Oh, no, you're good.
Okay. I was like, well, maybe you had. I didn't know. Again, I don't know what's happening to you guys at this point. In hindsight, I would know, but at the time, I didn't know if maybe Nate had came up behind you and did the cuff thing or whatever really quick, and I didn't know. What happened? Where were you? What's going on here?
Do you have any water?
Torture room is clear.
We got some outside.
Yeah,
here, come outside. Torture room is clear.
Hey guys, I just had a guy flag me down, said he went towards the water.
You're like, just get the fuck away
Just
from the building.
Get the fuck out of the room. I need to get in there.
648, I got
Here I come. Here's the big man.
Running, he didn't know if he went left or right, and he was wearing a mask.
Saw a guy with a knife run behind the building.
I think all of you need to go there now.
Yeah, go the fuck away.
This building right here, he was over there on that corner, like down there, and he ran to the right side.
Okay.
Like in the direction of 7-3?
And he went towards 7-3 and then hooked a right on that road, right immediately there.
Okay. All right. Appreciate it, sir. anything else you saw?
Not really, no.
Okay. Appreciate it. So what can you tell me about this guy?
I was like,
I don't know if I ever
okay,
identified
then.
Hemi here. Yeah,
The other
you'll
cop
see.
did.
Did they? So, and you're just walking into the building.
Don't worry about it.
I'm like, well, I know what he's doing.
Don't worry about it.
It was on Joshua Road. My car, I think he might have slashed my tire because he was bragging about it. And he offered to give me an extra tire out of the back of his RV, and then he hit me with a bat.
You know, if one of the cops came up to you and went, sir, that's an active crime scene, you would have been like, motherfucker.
Oh, I just would have ended it somewhere else. I would have been like, all right, let's find a secondary location and end this shit because, like, this is ridiculous. I would have gotten so mad. I mean, Hemi knows how mad I would have gotten.
Okay. Have you been injured in any way? I mean, aside from that, obviously. I mean, like,
yeah,
do you need medics?
Now,
who is this, Hemi?
This is Vincent Van.
Vincent Van, okay.
Yeah,
actually,
so
I think I did have that in my report.
he returns for the the second season, if you want to call it that.
Season 2.
Yeah, season 2.
Season's beatings or season slashings.
We thought it'd be hilarious to have him get kidnapped twice. Because we were trying to figure out like who would be like the next victim. Like, well, what if I just get kidnapped again?
Well, you got to get the loose end now.
Yeah.
So why was Vincent Van captured at this point in the story from Jack's end?
Did we ever establish that? It was just kind of like
he needed a victim.
Yeah, I think we just needed a victim for that one.
So at this point he's not a loose end, he was just a victim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you're trying to get 451's attention, as we'll find out at the end.
All Jack
You're
ever
just
wanted
trying
was to
me.
get 451 alone so he could
Yeah.
do his work on 451 and make him feel what, he just wanted to make him feel what, Jack went through his whole childhood. We'll get into that.
Right. No, I mean, I'm assuming people have seen a majority of everything, and at this point, people who are coming back months or years later and watching this are going, okay, I've seen all this. How does this all tie in? Because honestly, some of these things I'm kind of learning as we go too. Like, oh, okay.
Probably, yeah. I
Just be
haven't really
advised,
eaten much
the
lately. I don't think
guy
I've had
from the
anything
truck
to drink
earlier
in like 12 hours.
Sent me a picture of the suspect running.
There it is.
He had dark pants on. I could not tell what kind of shirt he had on.
Copy, what do you got?
I have no idea.
Engine 7, are you available to come to...
And then it's me and Hemi like talking in Discord, like, how do we get them back in the room?
Sorry, 7-2 Dutch London for a man who's been beaten and dehydrated.
Copy, confirming postal 7-2.
10-4, it's going to be just south of the postal on that private business road.
Copy that.
Are you guys sure you swept the building all the way? Cause I've been passed out for like 30 minutes, but I could have swore he said he was getting ready for something big.
Inside the building we were just in?
Yeah, yeah.
451, or all units 451. I'm being told by the hostage that we may not have cleared the room well enough. That he was...
No, you guys did a great job.
Possibly in the room.
You guys did too good of a job.
Yeah.
And planning something big.
10-4, we'll clear the room again.
Everyone comes flying back, dog in tow,
guns in hand.
You just sit, lean up. Too bad Doggo didn't get a bite on this.
Yeah.
Doggo gets a few bites next time, though. I love that we had K9 units for both big scenes, though. That's cool. All right, here it comes. Make yourself known.
Not good.
Not good. Santos Police Department.
I see you found me. I see you found me.
I got him in the metal closet over here.
Come out with your hands up.
Let me step out.
Come on, man, drop the knife.
I want to have a conversation with you.
You can step on out. Keep those hands up.
Is that 451 I hear?
Yes, it is, Mr. Creature. Come out with your hands up. Drop the knife. You're freaking him the fuck out. Like you see him back up like six steps when you step out. He's like, "Oh shit." Yes, it is, Mr. Creature. Come out. He's like, "Oh shit."
I remember you.
Yeah.
I slit your throat, yet you still stand.
That's right. You move any closer, you won't be standing.
Go get bit. Drop the knife.
Do you want your dog to get stabbed?
Don't you do it.
Not the dog.
Long time for this. 451.
Put your hands up. It's not worth it.
Oh, but you don't understand. This is meant to be my magnum opus, my masterpiece. And you, my friend, are the top of the cake.
Okay, we can talk all about that. I just need you to put your hands up and turn your back to us.
I've had just about enough time of running.
Okay, well,
but I've been waiting for you.
That's fine. If you're done running, just put your hands up and
Getting in position.
Talk about it, all right?
Getting it all lined up.
Now, what did you think the odds were that you'd go to the wrong cop? Were you terrified of that?
Oh, it didn't matter. As
Were
long
you
as
pretty sure?
As long as I ran towards you, I was pretty confident.
Oh, that's right, because you ran. You didn't lunge with the knife.
No.
You just ran.
Yeah. Because what I was
Now,
trying to
if you were
accomplish.
allowed to, were you going to stab, or would it have been that awkward you run past me like?
Oh, I was gonna stab the shit out of you.
Okay.
The main goal with it was to get up close enough where it does that like kill animation where I slit your throat.
Uh-huh.
And I was just hoping for that. I got gunned down way before that, but it's fine. I was expecting to die, so I was like, okay, cool, whatever.
Right. As close as you got, it was, yeah. We'll see in a second. Yeah, just put those hands up. That's all we need from you. No one has to get hurt.
Do you like a knife in the throat?
prefer it on the ground in front of you. Yeah, no, not in front of you, Drew. What are you doing? What kind of question is that? Where would you like my knife? I'd like it up your ass. Fuck you, dude. Throw it over there, whatever you need to do. Oh, I'll do what I need to do.
Are you guys doing that?
The feature.
We're challenging suspect.
I love how he said challenging suspect right in between your breath there. That was to this day, that is like one of my like low key favorite parts of the whole thing.
The feature.
We're challenging suspect.
Drop the knife or you'll get bit.
Is getting stabbed by Jack.
Don't you do it!
Oh, so close.
Well, and so I got to say this. I was actually, it works great for the role play, and I'm going to slow it down to a quarter speed. But you actually see me fire super late. I only fire one shot, and had I been the only one there, it shows that shot would have never came out of the gun because you would have had me. Okay, we don't need all that.
I did get pretty close.
But I did actually freeze up. I was like, it was almost like in real life. I was like entranced by the whole thing.
I got so close.
Bang.
Oh, I got so close. Look how close that is. Oh, man.
Bang. I love how the bullet comes so late. All the blood, too. I actually got a screenshot. When I was trying to come up with a thumbnail for tonight, I took a couple of screenshots, and one of them was about right here where he's just like blood flying
So
everywhere.
good.
And I was like, that would be a cool thumbnail, but it's not what I wanted.
You two might
know?
not like that.
Oh no, they it's animated, so. But I was like, holy shit! I never noticed all that blood. They're still shooting.
Dude, they
Put a couple more in his
lit
ass.
me up.
All right, one more time in full speed.
We're challenging suspect.
Drop the knife or you'll get bit.
Is getting stabbed by Jack.
Don't you do it!
So good.
75 shots fired, suspect down.
That's bullet right in the belly button for good measure.
I'm all good.
Good girl, Athena.
75 good. How are you, 451? You good?
Good shots.
Oh my god. 10-4. What the hell?
I was ready on.
I barely even had the time to give Athena the bite command.
I froze up. I didn't even shoot till he was already down. It's like he had me under a spell or something.
So what's
Alright, we got one suspect down, all officers okay, shots fired.
Oh, and from Vernon's stream, he's outside still talking to Hemi, and
Yeah, you just
like
hear it light
talking to you
off.
and whatever, and he's just like, all you hear is just and Vernon's like, what the fuck is going on in there? I should have asked him to come on tonight because. What are you saying there? Because I don't think it ever came in very clear. Do you remember? Or should I play it again?
Oh no, it's another part of the little song or whatever. And I'm basically like, so I always roleplay that Jack has wires in his mask to do vocal effects. To like conceal
That's
his
flipping the switch
to
on the
conceal,
mask.
yeah, to conceal his identity. But that one was more like he was just being like
Jack will cut. Jack will slice.
Jack can be so very not nice.
And that's what's being said there. Just
Pretty
didn't come
much,
through
just
as
a little
clearly.
slower, yeah.
Yeah.
But obviously, it's GTA voice chat, so.
Right. Stick with us, Mr. Creature.
Oh, hell.
Dies. Okay.
Hit him with the classic Big Tell to me, dies.
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 Dead. Dead. Very dead.
Very dead guy. Except he's not dead. Spoiler alert.
Metro Lima 2. Go ahead and run county coroner, I think. Yeah.
The medics are crazy in the city.
See if medics are still out there.
Yeah, perform miracles.
Yeah, they didn't bring serial killers back away. Not crazy.
Medics still out here?
Yeah, I told him to go out there.
They're with the victim.
Jesus.
I missed the party. What happened?
Oh, you were out
I was
here?
out here running perimeter.
Oh, man.
Did you hear it all?
Yeah, I heard "Don't do it," and I heard a hell of gunfire.
Hell yeah.
His stabbing of me.
Oh
And
God.
he didn't get there.
I didn't even have time to fur missile him.
For missile.
What?
Yeah,
Didn't have time to what?
Fur missile him.
Fur missile.
Oh, for missile.
The dog.
Yeah.
Like, how close
Yeah.
is it in there? I've never been in there.
It's pretty
Don't look,
tight.
It's fucking creepy.
I mean,
Do we have a medical kit down there, or anybody helping with?
I don't know.
As always, Drew, I respect the roleplay. As always.
would the officer not be overwhelmed at this point?
Oh, he would.
And
He'd
I
be
haven't
so
even,
over
and
it.
I haven't even found this part out yet.
Oh, yeah. Jack's thorough.
So I'm sitting there, I'm reading that, and I'm like, okay, now I've got to role play this into my character. Like, what the fuck's on this wall?
Mhm. Jack is thorough.
You all right?
It's just a lot. It's just, emotionally overwhelming or overstimulating. What's that term?
Yeah, I think both are correct.
All right, what do we got?
He's like, what's wrong with this officer? Well, you're not mental, so you're not mental health, so you may go in and help the dead guy. I'm good. There's a suspect in there that's Swiss cheese. We just need him confirmed.
Yo. Okay. All right. This door right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one at the top of those little stairs.
You guys already taken crime scene photos, or am I gonna mess it up?
Speaking of,
Officers in there can help you out with that. You should be fine.
Okay. I just don't want to move.
Because we need to render aid. Just make sure.
Here, I'll get you a water.
Thank you.
Oh, we got him.
It's just overwhelming, and it's just one of those things. You feel like you could, talk to someone, and talk him out of it.
Nope.
Here you go.
Thank you. Not this crazy son of a bitch.
Nope. If anything, this grew his hate more.
When you're dealing with somebody like that,
You got away twice. He's pissed.
I very much doubt you can really talk. I'd hate to tell you this, but there's a
You throwing up gang
lot of
signs?
stuff about your personal life in there.
What?
Yeah, there's your home address, pictures of you.
What?
Like, yeah.
Son of a... I think they'll read it here in a minute, but you will soon find that I may not be on your mind, but in due time, I hope that I will remind that day close to 451's demise. But soon October will come, and 451 will be mine once again. So were you planning on actually waiting till October to roll him back out?
Yep.
Because that stuck with me, and when I started seeing the things in February, I'm like, I even put it into the role play. I'm like, he's early.
A little bit.
Oh no, he's early. He duped me.
It was more like we were just way too excited to wait. So we were just like, let's just get it done.
Well, it's a good thing you did too, because with the life server coming out, it worked out perfect.
I think that was one of our points too.
It was, so the whole point of like everything happening sooner is after this ended, I think maybe a week or two passed, and then we're like, well, how can we like
These characters are sitting there.
work Peter into it? Yeah. And then we came up with the whole storyline for the like a season 2, if you want to call
We
it that.
quite
but-
literally made a storyboard.
Yeah.
We made a
Yeah.
whole storyboard and we were like, okay, this is too good not to share. So we just, sped it along a little bit.
So when we get to it, I want to show Hemi's side of the final episode, the ending you have for that, because that would, in my mind, I'm like, that's how the final podcast of this is going to end, is showing that video. But we're still far away from that.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. Dead.
Dead.
Should have put it in quotations.
Vessel's here to carry blood, so I think he's gonna be confirmed.
What in the hell is all of this?
Metal walls that are green.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh. Guy discovers walls for the first time.
Yes.
Wait, that again, what?
Guy discovers walls for the first time.
Walls. I saw it. That reminds me, on Facebook the other day, in those reels, I saw a reel. It said instruction 1978 instructional video on how to use a door. And it was literally a guy drawing out how to open and close it and step through a door. It was like 90 seconds of him. First you grab the handle, then you lightly pull it down and give a light push to the door. Then with your right foot, you step in, turn your body softly, and close the door. And then he goes, alternatively, you could step in directly, pass the door completely, and close it behind you. And I'm like, oh my God, how absurd is this thing?
His name over and over.
Wait, that's a picture of Jimmy. Which works out because you actually do mess with Jimmy at some point.
You egged that one on, though, not me.
What's that?
You egged that one on, though, not me. You did later on in the story. You told me where he lives.
It's my dad over there.
Yeah, that's creepy. I found a note on Fleetwood. Oh, yeah, Fleetwood. On Creature.
He actually has my old house, my current house.
Nice punch.
What the?
I think it's a good thing you weren't the guy locked up in the basement for a week.
That was the dream.
That's messed up. Well, if you can take solace in the fact that
I got
he's
a
gone.
note. I found a note on Creature.
Yeah.
You will soon find that I may not be on your mind, but in due time that I will remind that they close to 451's demise, but soon October will come and 451 will be mined once again.
October. Jeez. Yeah, maybe I need to just build up some comp time and take October off.
Or seriously
I would.
consider a career change.
Something.
Or
Maybe
if
go
Group-
auxiliary.
Or if Group Sex Security ever hires again, hire them to be around your house.
Yeah, something. I owe each and every one of you guys
I mean,
a beer
is it
after
bad
work.
enough that my birthday is in October?
I'll take
You sure you're good, man?
I wasn't done yet. I just wanted to have a little bit more fun.
You hear that?
What the?
You're gonna miss.
Oh,
the
fuck
feeling.
no. No.
I
I'm out.
hope you're listening. 451. Welcome to your end.
this shit, I'm out.
That's good.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Oh boy.
I'll be honest, that gave me chills.
Jeez. What's? Well, that's a little hiding
People
spot.
wonder why I'm a giant baby with horror games.
I was trying to justify us missing you being in there.
Yeah.
I owe each and every one of you guys a stiff shot.
But looking back at your perspective, you didn't clear the closet. I'm sure someone else did, but you
Yes.
did not.
Right, and no one mentioned, "Hey, I thought I cleared that closet" or something. I don't think anyone says that.
Yeah.
If it is, it wasn't like main dialogue. It was in the background or something.
Yes.
But, anyways,
I was going to say the same to you.
I think you might need it more than we do, dog.
Yeah.
I think we just all go to the bar after shift and just grab a bottle of Jack Daniels.
Pass it around.
or Makers.
Makers is way better.
More of a Crown Peach person, but I mean, to each his own.
Yeah, fair enough.
Like
If
very
I'm-
moonshine.
I'm doing shots, you know. Well, one thing is he's not going to have any anytime soon.
Just leak out of my holes.
Even if he did, I think it.
Clip that.
Fresh air.
Spriggs, don't you dare.
Spriggs.
Don't you dare.
Now, most of the people didn't catch this one, especially from your POV. You couldn't really hear it that well, but all of your challenges and I'll see you soon and everything. This happened.
Yeah, you might need it after that.
What?
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 Plays the rock music on the way out, you know. As you're walking out, just fucking credits roll.
What?
What? Huh? Oh, nothing.
What do you mean nothing? You just whispered something in the creature's ear.
What did he have on him?
Just back to business. So he didn't just, threaten a dead guy.
Yeah.
Right, straight back to business. What do you have on him? Little bitch, what do you have on him?
I know it sounds a little goofy, but I'm
Spits in his bullet wounds.
place with a couple extra bedrooms if anybody needs a place with not their own home.
Yeah, well, there we go.
Mhm.
Need somewhere to stay after I drink that bottle of whiskey.
Hey, yo, what happened? Is everyone okay?
Oh, it's my guy back again. I was like, I gotta tie this guy up. In retrospect, no, I didn't. I didn't have to tie him back up at all. It's fine.
It's kind of funny.
While we're doing this, Jack Creature's actually on the roof, like on the other side of the roof. That's where you were changing over. You weren't far at all.
Nope. Because for some
Were you
reason my
singing?
brain was like, I need to tie this loose end up for this dude. I don't know. I think I was just,
Yeah, it
you know,
worked.
it was probably just adrenaline for me.
He got 10 seconds at the end. What's that, Hemi?
I don't remember.
No.
Happy birthday, Hemi.
Is everyone okay? I heard
Thanks.
screaming.
Yeah, everything's okay. We found the person we were looking for.
Okay, sounds good. Well, you guys have a
Like the flags in the background.
Yeah,
too.
yes. Warrant, armed.
We found the person we were looking
Mentally ill, fleeing, armed.
You too.
So good.
Violent, armed, fleeing,
Mentally ill. Yeah.
everything.
All the ones, dude. Jack's weird.
Just all of them.
He's
Just
a
put
weird,
them all in
he's
there.
a weird guy, man.
Right.
That's a weird guy, man. All right, so pause. This is So basically, what I wanted to make was a reintroduction of Jack Creature for the quote-unquote second season. This gives you a small bit of backstory, Drew, and I don't know if you've watched this or not, but this gives a small bit of backstory. This also gives how he got out of custody.
Okay. I don't think I have. The beginning seems familiar, but we'll
Hmm.
see.
Jack, let's talk about your father. You mentioned before that he blamed you for your mother's death.
You say it like it isn't true. She died giving birth to me. That's a fact. But my old man, he never let me forget it. Said I was a curse. A walking grave.
That must have been very difficult growing up under that kind of resentment.
Difficult? No. Difficult is when you scrape your knee.
There's the link for it in the chat.
Was a goddamn punishment. Every time he looked at me, it was like he saw her coffin instead of my face. You ever had someone stare at you like that, Doc? Like you ain't even a person?
No, I can't say I have.
Lucky you.
Tell me about the hunting trip in Polito Forest. That was the last time you saw your father alive, wasn't it?
Yeah, and it was the last time he saw anything too. Took me out there, rifle in hand, talking about making a man out of me. What he really meant was putting me down like some rabid dog. I could hear it in his goddamn voice.
And what did you do?
What he always told me to do. Think fast, act faster. He turned his back for just a second, and that's all I needed. I grabbed my knife and slit his throat clean. I've never heard a man gurgle quite like that before. It was beautiful.
And did you feel any remorse?
Remorse? That's beautiful, Doc. No, I felt release. Think fast. Act faster.
Not the dog.
Not the dog.
So, how did you get someone that looked like Josh? Did you
just put
just
the
really model it as much as you could?
Yeah, put the short hair with
Kinda
the
eyeballed
gray,
it.
and we
Yeah.
just kind of eyeballed it. We didn't want to make it like identical, so it's not like actually your character. It's literally just one we made that looks kind of like, and that's Jack's whole thing is Fleetwood reminds him of his father.
Right. Well, Shannon said in the chat, she says, knowing it now, the father does look a lot like Josh. Yeah, this was a lot of with wearing that fake beard. You can tell when it's a real hair and it's a mask, you know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Faye says the fact that this is just for GTA RP is crazy. This could be a short film. Great job, guys.
Thank you so
great
much.
to see you
Thank
guys
you
for
so much.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted something that introduced him back into the story in a way that makes a little bit of sense. I mean, it doesn't make sense because he was shot like 18 times. I mean, no one survives that, but, you know, crazier things have happened in medicine. But, you know, what I was trying to frame there was he, you know, had his appointment with the psychologist after he got out of surgery or was recovering. at his, meeting with the psychologist, and they were talking about his past and trying to figure out what the hell's wrong with him. And I also framed that Jack was just doing nothing but staring at the sharp scissors that are on the desk. If you notice that. So it's kind of implied. It's not actually. Yeah.
Oh, I see that angle there.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of implied. It's not like shown though, because obviously Rockstar Editor only has so many, so many limitations. But.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that was made, and then it kind of started and kicked off, quote unquote. We calling it season 2.
Yeah, sure.
Well, so this was released on February 25th.
Okay.
Season 2 started on February 2nd, though.
Did it? Oh yeah, I think I went back in time. I think this is before I started posting videos on it.
Well, perhaps because you weren't always live on season 2.
Help me with that, Hemi.
Or
was this before we dropped
you
any
mostly
episodes?
weren't.
Yeah, I think we dropped one episode each at this point, and this was your second one. Was kind of like a background as to why he's back out, sort of thing.
Okay, yeah, makes sense.
So to tie off the loose end of, wait, he's alive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So this is in between, the torture room scene and then season 2. This is like where I would place that on the timeline. On the great timeline.
Volvo says, who needs a TV license when you got OCRP? This is way more entertaining than anything on TV.
Yeah.
I will say, I find myself on YouTube in general a lot more than anything television.
See the license plate?
Crenshaw? Oh, yeah. So many little details here that you can pick up on.
If you look close enough, there's plenty of them.
There's Roxwood.
Mm-hmm.
I can tell kind of where you're at.
Right above
Nice.
the right above the nudist camp.
Yeah. Okay. What else did we have? Anything from you, Hemi, at this point?
Not yet. This is pretty much when Peter starts to be known, like into the story.
We kind of got here a little earlier than I thought we would. So it's
Same.
like, I really don't want to start season 2 yet. Nate, do you have any other little tidbits, or is there something from your streams up to this point that might, might give further information or anything?
Let me look.
Anything worth talking about? I can hit thumbnail really quick and I can look and see if I've got
Yeah, I'm on thumbnail.
anything.
Let me go to thumbnail.
It's what am I trying to look for here?
Yeah, because from this point on, Peter is introduced. Before it was kind of like a one-off thing with him.
Right.
And it was like very just inconsequential at the time.
I mean, if we really wanted to, we could kind of give a little teaser for season 2 from my perspective and just kind of get started on it, I guess. But what is it? 13. Wait, what is this?
I have I don't know if you want to get into it, Drew. We could do it a little bit from my perspective if you'd prefer. Since I have if you scroll down my videos, the
videos are live.
In my videos, yeah. Go down. There should be one that's like 4 hours or 2 hours long, something like that. Go up a little bit.
Oh,
It was
really?
just recently posted. Right there. Jack Creature, the full feature.
Oh, okay.
It's 2 hours and 19 minutes. That's literally the entire thing, like laid out in a timeline, like perfect, like where we'd want it. If this even helps, I don't even know. But this is the whole other scene or whatever. Not good. But then it's this, and then I think it goes right into that scene I just showed you. And then it goes to the first like sites of devil did I do? The first sites of quote unquote Terrence.
Okay. Here's the I just dropped the link to this video that we're looking at here, the full feature. Now this goes through season 2.
This goes all the way through. This goes all the way through everything. Like this is the tail end
1
of
and
season 1, quote unquote, and then it goes through the entirety of season 2.
Okay.
I see you.
So if you want to skip around here and there, I mean, I'll tell you when.
I see you.
Yeah, you can.
Well, I
stop
think
and
we
stuff
want to
like
see this
that.
part though.
Oh yeah, we can see that again. See it from Mike, because you can actually hold it. Yeah. Because you hear my reaction.
Let me step out.
Come on, man, drop the knife.
I want to have a conversation with you.
You can step on out. Keep those hands up.
Is that 451? I hear.
Yes, it is, Mr. Creature. Come out with your hands up.
Drop the knife.
Drop the knife.
Remember you.
Yeah.
I slit your throat, yet you still stand.
That's right. You move any closer, you won't be standing.
Do you want your dog to get stabbed?
Don't you do it.
I've waited a long time for this. 451.
My wife tells me I have a bad habit of moving my camera.
It's not worth it.
Very fidgety.
Yeah, I'm super fidgety, especially when I'm anxious.
Meant to be my magnum opus, my masterpiece.
I've started just putting my controller down.
Are the top of the cake.
Okay, we can talk all about that. I just need you to put your hands up and turn your back to us.
I've had just about enough time of running.
Okay.
But
well,
I've been waiting for you.
That's right. If you're done running, just put your hands up, and we'll talk about it. All right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's all we need from you. No one has to get hurt.
Do you like a knife in the throat, or do you like a knife in the chest?
I prefer it. The damn door isn't helping.
In front of you, or to the side.
Yeah.
Throw it over there. Whatever you need to do.
You're gonna miss. You're gonna miss.
Start talking before I activated my mic.
We're challenging suspect.
451 is getting stabbed by Jack Creature.
Don't you do it!
I didn't even get anywhere near you on my screen.
Yes! Hell yes!
I'm all good.
Good girl, Athena.
Yo, that was awesome.
I was so excited.
Couple months later.
And this whole thing.
Oh, and then this is this thing again. That's
mhm.
where I saw this, I think.
Mm-hmm. Total good one. And then
A few weeks later.
that man's a lizard man.
He was being so weird at the bar.
I know.
What do you mean?
So the link I just dropped in the chat, by the way, is this video. It is the full feature from Nate's perspective. So if you want to see everything that happened from Jack Creature's end, that link right there is a video that'll get you to it.
Valentine's Day?
Actually, on speakerphone. Why you think whispering's not help you there?
Alright, well, I want you to just wish you good, have fun today.
Hi, mister.
Appreciate it.
Psst.
You as well. You have a great Valentine's Day.
Yes.
Hey.
Good too. Alright. Have fun.
No,
Jesus
you go.
Christ. Oh my god. Sorry about that.
Hey,
Hi.
hey, dude.
The bar guy called me a lizard.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, you're the guy that doesn't know what a beer is.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
This is where Charlie gets pulled in.
Oh yeah.
It says a lot of things. Nobody really likes it. You kind of just get on with it.
Okay. How are you?
I'm great.
Good.
Do you think he called you lizard because you were going, maybe?
No.
It's a valid point.
That's a solid point.
You know, trying to work out here.
Makes a lot of sense.
So do you want to explain who he is?
This is
We may have talked about it on the first one, but just
this
as a
is
recap.
this is air quotes here, Terrence Kelly.
That's all you want to say?
For now, and I'll have you start skipping through because this goes on for quite a bit. And
Okay,
I
so
don't
where
want
do you want me to?
Yeah, it's a good spot.
Right here?
Yeah. We'll go right here.
Okay, I mean, you know all about that then?
Yeah, I know.
I guess-
I know all about like glasses that hold stuff. Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, well, that's good.
So this is, you know, I'll just say it. I mean, it's Jack like trying to blend in, so to speak, with normal people, which he's not good at. So he's learning about all these new things, like what beer is, and you know, what a chair is, and what a lizard person is.
Oh, my favorite thing. You want to say it?
What's your favorite thing?
The holiday.
Yeah, at some point during this whole thing, like Terrence and I think is this Harley technically with Kim, sit on the ground and we're like, I'm playing with pebbles. And she's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Well, you know, my family used to like put me in the basement for like days on end, and I'd get like 2 pebbles to play with." And then sometimes on a special day, my mom, or no, not my mom, like my family would give me a 3rd pebble and call it 3 pebble day. Just this poor kid was tortured for his whole fucking life.
It's 3 Pebble Day.
It's
Don't
3
you all
Pebble Day,
celebrate
yeah.
it?
Don't you all celebrate 3 Pebble Day? Yeah, but this whole video is just him being an absolute weirdo. And I want you to fast forward to
But it's this is so if he were to be arrested, would he have, or not arrested but questioned and ID'd,
Terrence Kelly.
would he be Jack Creature or he'd be Terrence
Kelly.
Would an officer have been able to investigate and find out he was Jack, or is the disguise that good, or
At this
did
point,
you run
no.
into that, or
No, not at all. I did my best to avoid talking to cops, even though I talked to Couch in this because he questions me about Jeff's character doing some weird stuff. Because Jeff tried to sell me to loot 'em all. But yeah, it was a whole thing. But I don't
but
know.
it didn't really require identification.
No,
or
it wasn't one of those
investigation
things.
by
No,
any means. Yeah.
no, because I wasn't the one in
Okay.
trouble or anything like that. So, let me get you a timestamp of where I want you to go to here.
I've got a weeks later thing here at 26
No,
minutes.
oh, back it up just a little. Yeah.
Right here?
Yep.
Bored.
Okay.
You just gonna run my plate?
What was
I'm a big fan of chocolate myself, honestly.
Say die 6.
White chocolate? Nah, but milk chocolate's definitely the way to go.
I'm more of a white hot chocolate type of guy with like peppermint in it.
Hey, Ken.
Still true to this day, baby.
What's up, Daniel? What's up, Cryptsy? How we doing?
Oh, gross. I left those in the videos. Ugh.
I mean, yeah, hot chocolate, all right. You know, with a cold outside. and
What's
all
up? What's
Is
up?
eating bread?
Hello?
Terrence, you hear me?
What's up?
Hi.
Yeah.
You okay, man?
Hopefully no one has warrants.
Pause it.
What you mind?
What would you say?
See what Shannon typed. I was
My
wearing
down hat says creature.
I was wearing a baseball cap that said creature.
Yeah,
Oh.
you setting the character up, and I saw the creature hat, and I'm like, I don't know if that's like too on the nose or not.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
They got it like instantly.
Yeah.
So I was like, you guys are so good at this.
You got a warrant?
I'm a bad boy.
Because he was checking for warrants.
Yeah, but like,
So he just roll up and
You
check for
just
warrants?
roll up and
Yes,
Yeah,
checking
just
everyone's
look
place
at
for warrants.
plates,
Yeah.
Are you? Can you do that?
Can.
I thought
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, no idea.
And then you can go to the weeks later, yeah. 2 weeks earlier. There's the actual Terrence Kelly.
Mm-hmm.
Leaving Yellowjack.
And just state again, it's 2 weeks earlier.
2 weeks earlier, yes.
That is so creepy.
And this is Terrence Kelly before he was moved and then dumped somewhere else.
Mm-hmm. Which we end up touching on later.
Mm-hmm. There we go. And then you can pause it here because this will get into a whole nother. This is the whole Shannon thing and all that other stuff. So, but yeah, that was so basically, I went to the bar as I had to make an identity for Jack that wasn't going to get instantly like flagged, so he could like actually move around freely and do some stuff without getting arrested immediately. Because you had like 8 warrants on Jack Creature at that point. I was like, okay, cool. Sounds good. So let me just like take one of my other characters, Terrence Kelly, who really didn't get any use until this. And I ended up...
He was otherwise just a toss-away character for anything random you
Yeah,
wanted to
pretty
do.
much. I mean, this is my like replacement for Chad Connors, pretty much. Like, this is my other guy for Chad Connors, like the other criminal guy I would use, but quote-unquote, just like kill him and then have Jack assume his personality and his identity and then present himself as, you know, Terrence Kelly. Just and be able to move freely around, but I wanted to keep it so that, you know, he still had like the personality where it's like, I don't know about anything other than killing, tying people up, and like weird stuff. So I don't know how to be a normal human. So I wanted to keep him at that level with this bar scene thing, and people picked up on it like really easily. Obviously,
the creature hat, I would have missed
Like,
that.
yeah, I was like, man, I don't know about the hat. Like, you're really pushing it.
and I like here.
And then by the end of the scene, I was like, dude, you gotta go. Like, it's like
I just left. And Drew, I don't know if you recognize
I
the.
kidnapped this Ken.
I don't know if you recognize the car, but the car is the one you found up in Roxwood.
At what point in Roxwood?
After the house fire.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
But you wouldn't have known any of that, obviously, because it's all just, you know.
And this is the same scene that Captain Hero was referring to at the graveyard when we found the first Graves brother. I was like, yeah, I saw some other guy like in a neon, I think it was.
All ties together.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if we're kind of at the end of season 1 and all the little odds and ends, I mean, maybe we just call this a 2-hour podcast and revisit it on the next one.
I'm fine with that because this is the next
few weeks.
the next chapter.
Yeah, this is literally the next chapter. We can dive into this next week.
This is
and,
where it
like,
starts to get juicy.
This is where it really starts to get good. Like, this is where we start to introduce new characters like Peter and all these other people, and there's a whole thing. So yeah, I wouldn't mind cutting it now and getting off a little early of here.
Okay. Medics in Air 1 tonight. Interesting. Wait, is the main server up and going again tonight?
9 people.
Oh, 9 people. Okay. Huh. Wait, no, he'd be in the life server actually, because he doesn't do main server anymore. So he's in the life server as Air 1. I think I know where I'm sending you guys then, unless you guys are staying on for something.
I'll probably end mine here.
I'll probably cut mine and then restart my stream because I'm gonna probably pop on main.
Yeah, I figured with as early as it is, you can still knock out a story or two.
Hell yeah.
Definitely.
But yeah, I guess that's where we'll wrap it up. I'll probably go ahead and hang up with you guys after we say our pleasantries, but I'm thinking 2 weeks won't work, I don't think, because I will have a numb mouth and I'll probably be talking like a moron. Yeah, I don't know if you guys heard, I took a bite out of cold pizza last Tuesday and ripped a tooth out.
Oh, jeez.
It was a crown and the post just broke.
Oh, no. I'm sorry.
Came right out. I was sitting there chewing and I'm like, what is the hard thing in my pizza? I'm like, it's like a rock. And I'm like, oh, shit. No, I know what that is. But it took me a minute to feel around my mouth and be like, where the fuck is it? And it was a tooth right next to my front tooth. So it's blatantly obvious, like walking around right now until I can get the dental surgery to get the portion that won't easily come out, you know?
Yeah, I feel you.
So I'm going to assume I won't be capable that week. So June, we'd either have to do it next week or June 16th.
I'm okay for next week.
Unless the thing is, I don't have my videos ready. I mean, we could go over your end next week, and then next Monday would be June 2nd, and I'm trying to think. Okay. That might not be good for me, actually. I've got a 3.5 hour drive either that night or the next morning, and I don't know.
Okay, yeah, we can push it off in a couple of weeks then.
So probably June 16th, I think, would
work me
best, unless we're going to break the Monday streak and do something completely off the cuff. But like I told you guys, I don't think there's really any rush for us to hurry and get it done because then when it's done, it's done. Then we won't have the podcast anymore. I mean, unless we're going to look at all of our other like things that we did together. Get the mic. Running from Air One with Jim in the damn bucket.
That was a good one. I love that one.
That was the night we introduced all of them, right? Or at least introduced Jim and the collaboration there.
Yep. That's great.
So, yeah.
Yeah, we can wait it out.
All right. Well, I'll keep in touch with you guys, and I'm sure there'll be some main server nights. I'll be slapping some cuffs on you guys or something.
Oh, you 100% will be.
Or maybe teaming up with you.
We got some fun things we're waiting to do. So
well, it looks like the main server is starting to kind of wake back up a little bit, while the life server still has its own world as well. So I think we might be getting to that point where we can have both options again, you know, which is awesome. Because this is, I don't know if it was running last night, but Friday and Saturday there was activity on the main server that was worthy of watching, you know. So
heck yeah.
All right, well, I'll let you guys get to that. Make sure you guys are following Nate and Hemi. And
hello.
I don't. Why do I always say Nate and Hemi? I think that's hilarious. I
that
use
so
your
funny?
real name, Nate, but then I never say Brandon. Well, I feel like I may have encouraged that over time.
I mean, honestly, but it's just like what we prefer to be called. Like, I don't care. Like,
is it really?
Yeah, I'm either Timmy or Nate, and Hemi's Hemi.
I just like Hemi.
Yeah. It's just one of them things, man. It works out perfectly, you know?
It's just funny. Like, usually you don't say a real name and a nickname when you're putting two people together like that.
But, like, I was telling Hemi the other night, like, I call people how I know them. I know you as Drew. I don't call you Derailed. I know you as Drew. So I'm just going to call you Drew. You know, I know Hemi as Hemi. I don't know him as his, you know, his other name or whatever. I know, you know, and people know me as either Nate or Timmy. It's interchangeable at this point.
Right. I mean, all of our names pop up on the screen, so unless it's someone that's just like so known for their like heavy-handed, like I may say Matt if I'm like DMing you guys about something. Hey, you may want to go ask Matt or something. But a lot of times, like on air, I'm like, oh, it's Heavy. Oh, there's Heavy. Or maybe I will say Matt a time or two, but I never call Kill a Phantom Ryan. It's always it's usually Phantom or something like that to shorten it.
I usually call him Killa.
I usually call him Killa, yeah.
But kind of interesting how that works. The people that have established themselves, I guess, a long time, it's almost like they go by their names. Boom.
Yeah.
No one ever. I've never heard anyone say his real name. You know, even though it's right there in front of everybody. But But yeah, I think it just J Storm, like it's always J Storm. Jay, I was talking to Jay the other day.
Yeah, either call him Jay or J Storm. I don't call him anything else.
Yeah. No, just kind of funny how that all works out. Some people are their real names, and some are the nicknames. But
yeah,
anyways,
it's crazy that we call Shannon Shannon, bro.
Oh yeah, where that come from? God,
who would have known?
It's a nickname. Yeah.
All right, well, I'll hang up with you guys, and we'll shoot for June 16th for promotional purposes, I guess. And
sure.
Yeah, fun time as always, and looking forward to getting.
Whoopsie. Again. I did a
Civ
whoopsie.
or Elio
I
side,
did a
so-
whoopsie. I'm so sorry. Okay, I'm back.
Yeah. Really jumped the gun there.
Axel
Normally-
Rose over here. He's like, all right, fuck this.
Normally, when you go to join another Discord channel, it's like, "Are you sure you want to leave the current call?" It didn't do that. It just shoved me right into the. Like, okay, damn. I was gonna just hang out on the "Are you sure you want to leave this channel" thing, but I guess not. Okay, cool. I'm back anyway.
I think mine just does it. Hang on, let me see. Oh no, it did ask me. Are you sure?
Yes,
Yeah.
usually it does, but mine just for some reason it was like, "All right, you're going."
Oh yeah,
You're gone. You're out of here.
Sure.
Yep.
Shannon says, "Look, as someone who uses both JStorm and his real name, it gets confusing." I've said both, and I mean, one of his characters uses his real name, so it's not like it's any well-kept secret or something like that.
You've said both.
Both?
Both?
He's trying to sneak it in! Fucking asshole!
Get to work!
Get to work!
Get to work!
That's great. You're the boss!
We could do a protest with those three guys and
God.
just get to work. It's a get to work protest. All these people aren't working. We'll just stand in the middle of Joshua and Panorama.
We're the only
with
people that want to
protest
work.
signs. No one's
You guys are
working.
just driving. What are you doing?
No, you can't go to the store. You gotta get to work.
You're at a red light. Get to work.
Get to work. What are you doing? I'm walking here. I'm working here.
Volvo, I never hear anyone refer to Kim as Silver. Yeah, I don't think everyone knows exactly how to pronounce it too, but it's Kim. It's always been Kim, you know?
Yeah.
It's pretty easy
But
to
at the same
pronounce
time,
Kim.
I don't think anyone knows Bugs' real name. It's Bugs. Like,
That's
you
what
know.
I know him by. That's what I'm gonna call him.
Yeah.
One of them things, man.
And obviously it's a preference, so
Mhm. Yeah.
don't worry about it.
What you worrying about?
What are you worrying about? It just get to work.
Get to work.
Just wait till you find out what Ryan and Jeff's real names are. Ooh,
That's the big mystery.
Yeah.
just
we
wait
need to
till that
solve
comes
that
out.
one.
Jeff Fabiano, clearly a fake name. Anyways, all right. Well, I'll cut the BS. We can just sit here and yuck it up all night.
Yeah, right.
All right. Well, I'll see you guys on the 16th and hopefully sooner.
Heck yeah,
All right,
man. Thanks for the
definitely.
time. It was
All
fun.
right. Yep.
Yes.
Cheers.
All right, bye.
See ya.
Oh, he's so good. He goes immediately to business meetings. Here we are. I mean, just deafen. All right, guys. I'm going to be jumping back on stream in like a couple of minutes. I'm going to be hopping on the main server of OCRP to hopefully do some fun little role play. I hope you guys stick around. But for this one, we're just going to, I think I'm just going to cut this one. I'm not going to raid anybody just yet. I think I'm just going to cut this one here. I'm going to go to the bathroom and do a couple things, and then I'm going to be live again with some OCRP. So hopefully you come back for that. I appreciate you guys for hanging out for the podcast. You guys are amazing. Have a great one, and I'll see you guys in a couple minutes. Bye-bye.